This is All Things Black with Garland and Calvin. I'm Calvin, he's Garland, and of course, that is the championship belt. We're going to talk about the championship belt a little later, but in the meantime, we just want to welcome everyone back for our second, and of course, season 4's second episode of The Chi. And this is our discussion of episode 2 of season 4 of The Chi, and it was called Cooley High. But first, how you doing, Garland? How things going, sir?
I'm feeling great. Great holiday weekend. Happy Memorial Day to all of those who have served, present and past, definitely. And all those things. And, just trying to make it through cicada season.
Yeah, man, the cicadas were out. You said you saw my tweet. I did tweet a little earlier that we were out. It was me, the wife, the in-laws, my mom, and we were out and grilling and having a good time. And the cicadas decided they wanted to come in and trash the joint. Now, I mean, they weren't too bad, but they were out there and they were, flying around and landing on people. We were brushing them off, no big deal, but They were definitely out there landing on us.
They were doing their thing. Your Lakers, they lost on Sunday. It's looking a little rough.
Listen, man, without Anthony Davis, my team is average. And I'm readily admitting that. Now, they're going to play tonight. If they can steal game 5 tonight, and Anthony Davis can come back for game 6. If we can go up 3-2, Anthony Davis come back, we can win. Because we'll be back in LA. But if we got to go to a game 7, now if we go to a game 7, my money is going to be on LeBron James in a game 7. But if we lose tonight and we got that game 6, it's going to be rough because then we got rock 2 in a row. And yeah, it's going to be a little tough. Because Phoenix is a formidable opponent, man. And, I thought we should have, taken the 8th seed, which means we would have lost to Golden State, but I would have rather played Utah personally. That's just me. I think we can handle Utah.
Y'all would have been out already if y'all played Utah.
You think so?
Yeah, Utah's pretty good.
I think we match up better with Utah. Utah got Gobert and they got Donovan, of course, and they're the 2 stars. But I think we'd have matched up better with Utah. The problem with the Phoenix is they got them boys. Them young boys are hitting their shots, and it's just. Anyway, enough about my Lakers. We're gonna see tonight because they going up tonight 3-2. That's what's about to happen.
All right, Chris Paul said he back. You saw him screaming, "I'm back!" Chris Paul back.
Yeah, all right, he back. He back until someone touches his shoulder. I shouldn't talk about injuries though, because LeBron is just hanging on, and if Anthony Davis play tonight, he might not come back until the year 2023.
This is my prediction. If they lose tonight, LeBron gonna have a mysterious injury for Game 6, just like they did against the Cavs. Just like they did against the Warriors when he was on the Cavs. All of a sudden, he's rubbing his wrist, and all of a sudden, at the post game, he got the star cast on. I guarantee you, if they lose tonight, LeBron gonna have an injury for Game 6.
So he may have an injury as if I'm a little hurt, but he's not gonna not play. Now, as long as he plays, he may just have an injury just in case they lose. He can kind of blame it on that. But anyway, enough about my Lakers, man.
All right, let's go.
My Orioles, my Orioles then lost 14 in a row. I'm not even. So anyway, back to the Chi, man. Back to the Chi.
All right, let's get into it. The Chi, Cooley High. Cooley High was the name of the Sunday's episode, because this is Tuesday. And so Emmett, he finally confesses his affair to Tiff at the worst possible moment, having CODIS interruptus style. They were in the mix if you saw the show. Kevin and Jake, they go on a college tour thanks to their swanky private school. Jada gets devastating news about her health. And Mayor Otis Duda Perry has big plans for change when it comes to the Chicago Police Department. Now, this episode, it takes its title from the seminal 1975 black cinema movie Cooley High. Most people have seen Cooley High, starring Glenn Turman and Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. If you don't know who Glenn Turman is, he was the colonel and
Different world.
Different world. And Lance Hilton Jacobs, he was on the show way before that. Welcome back, Carter. So you know him as Joe Jackson in the Jackson miniseries on
Yes.
VH1. Yeah, so
Yes.
you would know him as that. So I can't figure out how the title relates to Sunday's episode, but we got a lot of drama out of the Shy crew. And so here's a little special trivia, and you might have researched this, Calvin, because you get the notes beforehand. What 1970 situation comedy TV show was an adaptation of Cooley High, the movie?
Well, I didn't need to research it because I already know this. Let me find out you discounting my blackness. Let me just say, hey,
Hi,
listen.
hi.
Listen, but here's another piece of trivia for you and for everybody. That's what's happening, of course, if you don't know that. Here's another piece of trivia. What's happening, they became What's Happening Now. They did, I guess, the second part when they were a little older. They had Martin Lawrence on it.
Martin Lawrence.
He was older. They were all older. What was that a spinoff of?
Was that spinning off of What's Happening?
Not really. It was a spinoff of the Garbage Collection because the show was trash. I don't even know why they made it What's Happening Now.
Because they was trying to get some more checks. Man, you had me all serious. I'm all like, it's What's Happening.
Trash ass show. It was a spinoff of Trash Day.
Yeah, so it'll take a Capricorn to know the answer to that. All right, so let's get into it. Now, our boy Mayor Duda Perry, he announces that he's defunding the police. And when he added the words effective immediately, I had to laugh, Calvin, because I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. You just don't, call a press conference out of the air, out of your butt, and say you're going to defund the police now. There's like city council.
In Lena Waithe's Chicago, you can.
Right.
You can in her Chicago.
In the fantasy Chicago of Lena Waithe, this can happen. But in the regular world, it doesn't quite happen that way. But anyway, I don't even think the mayor has the power to fire police officers, because they're protected by bill. But we're not going to get into all the technicalities. We'll let you slide, Lena. We'll let you slide on this one because we know it's a short amount of shows. All right. And so, now, I'm curious about how the police will respond to Perry's moves. And the cop who was beat up by Trigg that assaulted Jake, he alluded to knowing about Duda's dark past. And so what do you think of the direction of this storyline, Calvin? What do you think we're going? Because we kind of tapped on this last week about, okay, they're about to get into the Black Lives Matter piece. Jake was assaulted, and so now we see that Duda's going to defund the police. That's been the rallying cry for the last couple of years. Let's defund the police. So what do you think about the storyline, where we're going?
Well, this is actually, even though we've been hearing about it, this is actually a pretty new storyline because I haven't seen anything else that they've been talking about, let alone actually saying they're going to defund the police in any show. So I want to see how it goes. And we already know that the police aren't happy. If you remember when Duda was out there talking about he's going to convict all racist cops right outside the hospital, did you notice how the officers that were standing guard out there all turned their back on him? They all just in unison turned their back. So they're clearly against him. And then we saw a scene where they rode by and they looked at him in slow motion, like, he ain't going, he in trouble now. Someone mentioned on here, it should have been called I'm Good Anywhere. We talked about that last week, how Duda didn't have security, but that's because who messing with the drug dealer guy, the kingpin that's now mayor, charge of the police, who messing with him? So now we got more candidates that could kill him, that we saw he's going to get shot. The police are in there on it now. Candy's in on it now.
Kinda.
Gemma's dad could be in on it now. A lot of people could be going after him. But yeah, I definitely want to see how this storyline takes off, because now I will admit, I don't think the Duda storyline actually fits into what's been happening in the Chi over the first 3 seasons, as far as just meshing in smoothly with the stories. Granted, this started with Jake's whole episode, but Jake has moved on, as we saw, to something different
Right.
in the storyline. So I don't know how well it fits in the storyline, but I'm still interested to see where it's going to take it. How Duda is going to get shot, and not really interested in how Candy plays a role in it, but I'm definitely interested in seeing what's going to happen now.
Yeah, I agree with you. It is a stretch. A gang leader and a drug kingpin. He's gone rogue, and he's decided to defund the police. And so it's like, yeah, it just didn't fit. I mean, this guy, he was beating up people, murdering people last season, and now this season he's going to defund the police. And so yeah, it's a little, it's a stretchy stretch, but I want to see how it plays out. I'm gonna give you some leeway, Lena, to see how
Yeah,
this goes. And so it's early in the episode, so we see what happens with Duda. Excuse me, everyone. And so Kevin's downward spiral, brought on by his trauma, continues in this episode as he takes his attitude on a college trip with Jake and Gemma, following a salty exchange with his mother and stepfather Dre. And so he pushes Gemma away, who desires a challenging mate, and we kind of talked about that in the first episode. I know you giggle about Dre and stepfather. I snuck that in, and so Gemma, she looking for somebody to challenge her intellectually, and he just a mealy mouth. He just, hey, whatever you want. And so now he's also trying to repair his damaged relationship with Jake, because Jake is mad with him because he didn't want to get arrested and thrown to the ground like Jake was. And so the visit ends with Kevin throwing up after popping a pill and swigging some beer at a dorm during daylight hours during a college tour. Now, let that sink in, studio audience. I've been on a college tour. Ain't no way we was up in the dorm room popping mollies, drinking beer. We even had mollies back then. Anyway, okay. All right, Lena. We're going to see where you're going this year. So, not every moment of the trip felt real, but my favorite part of the episode was Keisha lecturing her little brother about how college life was supposed to be hers, because, she was a track star. She was vying for some track scholarships, and that he's wasting his opportunity. And so it's a moment that paid off early episodes that showed her trying to balance womanhood, being in school, and doing her track piece. And so, what do you make of Kevin's anger? Did you feel like it came from a real place? Kevin's he's walking around, he's just mad for, no reason. Looks like everybody else has moved on. Jake is definitely moved on because he's snowflaking. Jake out here skiing. So, why's Kevin still caught up?
I'm going to give Kevin a little bit of grace. And I'm also going to give the writers and the producers some credit. When you are that age as a young black teenager and going through everything that Kevin has gone through, his sister was missing. Kevin's friends are going in different directions. His mother is just not a mother. I mean, he even said in the episode, you always talking about hitting somebody, but you never do it. Like, he literally stepped to her. She was supposed to smack him square in his mouth right then and there. I don't know why she missed that opportunity. Well, I know why she missed that opportunity, because she's a horrible mother. Kevin's
Right.
going through a lot. And Kevin really doesn't have anyone to release it to. He doesn't really talk to his sister. He definitely doesn't have a mentor, anyone that he can speak with. Pop is off with his girlfriend, and that probably would be his confidant. But Pop is off with Maisha now. They're
Right.
turn into some old Herbie Love Bug and
Right.
Salt and Pepper
She got the
type.
spoken word
Yeah,
like, yeah, as I flow down the street, and then people that I meet busting guns in Cabrini Green. Go ahead. I ain't know she
yeah,
had it in her.
and he's trying to connect with Jake again, but Jake ain't trying to hear it. Jake, I think Jake is starting to look at him as some sort of lame, like, you kind of a lame nerd or whatever. Kevin's going through a lot. So I think his anger it's really internal that's coming out. Maybe he's kind of stretching it a little bit, but he's in that college dorm. First of all, we all know if you're growing up in the hood, you ain't taking no drugs from no group of white boys.
Right, come
You
on,
ain't
man.
taking nothing from no group of white boys. Not
Here, take
next spook
this.
in the crowd, and you don't know them, and they, bro, the white boy drugs will have you thinking you can fly off a roof somewhere or something. So I'm surprised he
Bro.
wasn't on that college. Trying to fly off the college roof. So no, you don't do that. So Kevin's going through a lot. He's dealing with a lot. You can see he's using a lot of substances to try to null the pain of everything he's going through. I think his last hope is Gemma, and of course we see that Gemma's eventually going to kiss Jake. So what else is left for Kevin? So I hope he doesn't go down the wrong path, because he's definitely been a good kid, and it's starting to look like he's straying off. And his mother, I don't know if she can control him or she won't control him. That's a debate for another day. But I do think it's justified. Kevin's dealing with a lot.
You know what? I'm gonna tell a story because you even at a black college, I went to a HBCU. Shout out to Hampton University. You don't even take some drugs from some people depending on where they from. I had to learn the hard way. Don't take no weed from somebody from PGDC, because they on that love boat. I had to learn the hard way. They talking about, come on, let's smoke. Now, hold up, okay. Like, what's this? Oh, that's that boat. Whoa, all right. So even at black college, where you from? You had to start asking people, where you from? Before I hit this blunt. Because I'm sorry. You from the PGDC area? No, thank you.
You ain't messing with him.
I learned the hard way, Calvin. I learned the hard way. Praising the porcelain god.
If it's not your circle, you don't mess with it. You just don't mess with it. Plus, I don't understand. He had already won their money. Take their money and bounce, bro. And you on the tour. Like, how long before they notice that you're not around anymore?
Where's the chaperones?
Exactly. And then when you show up, it's just yes, I would like to know that too, sir. Where have you been? And then your sister can pick you up and I'm not going to tell mom. How does mom not know that? Now, we don't know what's going to happen in the next episode. Maybe mom's going to find out from the school. But if the school doesn't call the mother and let her know, then no one respects the mother. Someone said that she's a typical black mother. Nah, my mother would have smacked me down many a time by now. I would have smacked my kids down. My kids' mother would have smacked them down. Kevin is really disrespectful to his mom.
Kevin Wallen.
Wallen.
Shanika, she raised a good point. She said Kevin and Emmett were close at one time. That storyline has kind of gone away. Remember, he was kind of like mentoring Kevin at one point, especially when he was banging out his sister before she got kidnapped and impregnated by a weirdo. But yeah, it's like what happened? But yeah, Kevin, get into some therapy or something, man. You really, your boy about to scoop your girl. We already seen it. He about to have a little tongue fight on the back steps. You about to walk up on that, and you out here popping mollies. You don't know what's going on up in here. No white boys could have turned you over and plugged you up. You didn't even know what's going to go happening with you, man.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Come on, now.
Be careful.
And again, I'm sorry, all my PGDC people. Don't smoke no weed with them. All right. Disruption. Disruption comes to Trig and Imani's cozy home, Calvin. And so Trig, he picks up an old friend who's new to us, who just got out of prison. And right off the bat, he's trying to take the upper hand on my man Trig. He's assuming he's going to drive Trig's SUV. Trig tells him about his girl, Imani at home, and he acts all creepy. Now, let's slow down. All right, you my boy. You just coming home from the belly of the beast. and you meet my girl, and you gonna try to holler at my girl? You going, Calvin? I know you. I already know you would have punched him in the eye. I'm just trying to. What black man? I'm sorry. I don't care if you did a bid for me or not, dude.
Yeah,
Whoa! All these chicks up in
yeah,
here.
yeah, but remember, he came home from jail. So not only did he want to drive Trig's SUV, he was trying to drive chick Trig's LGBT because
No
that
pause
ain't
right
your
there.
that ain't the normal woman that he was used to seeing. See, he saw the comforts of home when he went to Trig's home and was like, wait a, because if you notice how he looked at her, he was like, wait a minute.
Whoa! Hey, mama.
Oh, oh, you mean Iman he? Okay, I see you. I see you. Yeah, he was I think he was turned on a little more than just seeing a normal woman. Because you're right, there was plenty of women in there, and you never, especially if you're going to stay at the home, you're never supposed to do your dirt at home. So yeah, he shouldn't have been doing that. But I think the style of woman that Imani is actually got to him, and he wasn't expecting it. It caught him by surprise, which doesn't exonerate him now. Trig definitely still should have checked him and possibly
Right.
punched him in his goddamn mouth,
Right.
but it doesn't exonerate him. But I understand why it was there. Plus, we need a storyline for him too, because after he left Thea and ATL, we don't know what the hell Jason Weaver doing. He ain't even on no remixes anymore. So, throw him on the Shy.
Right.
Shy is like the rest haven for washed up black actors, La La Candy. It's like the rest haven for them.
Right.
And
Right.
throw him on the Shy and see what he can do. Maybe he'll sing for us or something. So let's see what he can do.
Man, he better watch out because Imani might have getting that run with Imani. She posts something out, and it's funny. Happy it's Gay Pride Day. As a matter of fact, I think it's Pride Day. So we with you. We support you, LBG TQ community. Please, disregard what Calvin said about the whole thing where we're pro-choice.
I mean, I'm not disparaging him. I'm just saying.
Because I called Dre a stepfather, so
exactly. Now that's the one. Now somebody in here said, and it's exactly right. He literally was like, "Oh, that's you, Trig?
Yeah,
that's you." Okay, yeah. So yeah, it stopped him in his tracks when he saw Imani. It stopped him in his track, and I knew exactly what he was looking at. Then he was like, "Oh, so I'm home and I can still get something like this." But clearly Imani wasn't having it.
Right.
Trig was like, he gonna stay here. She was like, he gonna stay where? Like,
right.
Imani already know. I see I'm gonna have to stab this nigga.
Right. I don't think Jason Weaver gonna make it another episode. I think Imani gonna have to shoot him. So he better not play with her. Yeah, all right. Anyway. All right, y'all. This is the part y'all been waiting for. Chicago's favorite fuckboy confesses to his crimes. Now, Emmett, his conscience finally gets the best of him, and he confesses to Tiff that he had sex with Dom. And as a result, Tiff leaves the house and goes has sex with her number one weed customer. All right, yo. All right. Y'all don't discuss it. Y'all don't. He got 20,000 kids. He can't keep little man wrapped up. He got little man problems. His Mimi, he can't keep his Mimi under control. So you gonna get up and bounce? This was even before y'all got married, and you gonna go and sleep with your weed customer who been trying to holler at you since last season? Who wrong, Calvin? Who wrong in this one?
Okay. No one is wrong in this situation. Everybody is right.
Oh no,
Emmett,
Emmett, wrong.
Let me explain.
Okay.
Emmett had to get it off his chest. Because initially he's wrong, but he couldn't keep living with that because she could see something was wrong. He wasn't sleeping right. He was nervous, sweating. So he had to get it off his chest. Tiff, trusting this man, accepting this man's ring to marry this man, you cannot discount the scorn of anyone, especially a woman, when you let that type of information out. You got to let her go and do whatever she's going to do, because if she's going to forgive you, it's going to be her time. You can't force her to forgive you. Listen, he didn't just drop on her, he was cheating. He dropped on her, I fucked the chick that I told you I didn't fuck, that I'm in business with, that you got to see every day, that now you're essentially in business with too. So this chick that's in our lives, I fucked her. Tiff, I'm surprised Tiff didn't slap him and stab him before she went and slept with dude. Emmett got to eat that one, son. Because if he wanna, he got to eat that and see what's going to happen. If he don't care, if he don't wanna, then just let it go, bro. But he got to eat that one. I'm sorry. They're both right in this situation. I'm sorry. Now, some people don't handle it with revenge like that, but that's what she saw. And of course, she's attracted to the guy. The guy's been hitting on her, been feeding into her ego. And what does she do? She sticks with the guy that has cheated on her plenty of times. So now she has the opportunity. She's going to take that opportunity. And it probably doesn't mean anything to her. She'll probably hit it once, maybe twice, and be done with him. But she's going to take that opportunity. It's going to make her, she thinks it's going to make her feel better inside. And it may not. But at least she can say, I got something on you too. And that's how people think. It's not always right, but then it's right for everybody in this situation. I don't know. What do you think?
You know what, man? He should have used the same excuse that Eddie Murphy used in Raw when like, yes, I fucked her, but I make love to you.
Well, he probably could have used that situation until he was fucking her, talking about his father. He couldn't use that situation either, because then she would have said no, because when you're sleeping with me, you're thinking about something else. You're thinking about Donnell. So he couldn't use that either.
But I'm trying to, how a brother like Emmett gonna be feeling guilty? Come on, he got 20,000 kids.
Because he finally decided that Tiff is the one and she's going to be the one. This is where I'm going to hang my hat for the rest of my life. We're going to make this work. But he thought she was going to keep that secret, and that secret went to Darnell, and he's afraid Darnell is going to tell everyone, or afraid that she's going to tell Tiffany. And he had to let it out, man. It was eating him up. He had to let it out. And I'm sorry, Tiffany did what he got it. He got to take this one. He got to take this L, man. He got to take this L.
It's deniable plausibility, my friend. Deny.
So he should be more like Shaggy and was like, wasn't me. Wasn't me. So you think he should have waited until she found out on her own as opposed to telling her?
No, that's worse. Okay. But I think that he could have did it in a manner. Okay, you told your woman this emotional thing, then you let her run out the door, and then you ain't go after her, and you sitting at home looking at the door, waiting for her to come back. First, she gonna get choked out. First of all, where you go? You gonna get choked when you come back in the house. I'm at the baby shake you for a minute when you come back in.
How you going to choke her out when you were wrong to begin with? Like what? Man.
We all got a pass. It was in the past, and he should have presented it that way. Of look, this happened in the past. I did not tell you because it was just very sensitive, and I was wrong. I take the I'm gonna take the L for this. Not saying it like that because you're going to get knocked out. But, I'm sorry. And We can work through this. But she gonna get up
He
and she gonna
he
go bounce.
proposed to her in front of the girl that he cheated on her with. Bro, he can't get out of that. You tell her and you let that thing boil. You let her do what she do, and then you figure it out later.
Yeah,
nah, man.
my people on here, Jakira said that he should have said, "Hey, look, before we got married, I slept with old girl."
Now he could have said that. It still wouldn't have helped because remember he met her while he was still with Tiff. So it
Now,
still wouldn't help, but it may have softened the blow a little bit. It may have
mm,
softened the blow.
and my girl Lachey on here, she talking about that. Watch he cheat again. He was already. She knew what she was getting into. You married a player
Who
with a
said,
past.
who said they not eating it? Who said they not eating it? Somebody said I'm
Manny Fresh.
Man, listen. That's because Manny ain't telling. Manny ain't telling.
Right.
And if you don't want to eat it, you just don't tell. But that thing was eating him up. He was going to eventually had to come out with it. He's going to eventually had to come
You
out.
better let that thing eat you up for a couple years.
You just can't.
You don't never confess to no murder. You let them
Well,
get the evidence first.
well, yeah. That's if there's no face, there's no case.
Right.
Hey, bruh. If you ain't catching me doing it, then I didn't do it. I agree. But the way it was eating him up, man, he couldn't, he should have made up something else. She should have been like, well, what's the problem? He should have said, well, I'm still trying to figure out how Sonny died in season 2, but yet he came back in season 3 and was still running the bar. We talked about this before.
Right,
Sonny
right.
is dead, y'all. Sonny died and came back in season 3 and was alive. And then he stole his shop last year. Now season 4, there's no Sonny. So is Sonny dead again? Is Sonny alive again? Is Sonny homeless? What's going on? You know what? We'll deal with Sonny another time, but he was probably thinking about how he did Sonny wrong.
You know what? He was probably scared that Sonny was going to snitch him out. That's what it was. And Ronnie was probably up in heaven like, look, Sonny, I want you to tell Grandma to tell on Emmett out here that slept with Don.
Who said Sonny didn't die? And I see Lachey says he retired.
Shanika said that Sonny did that.
Listen. Season 2, now it's on BET, so we were watching some of it yesterday. We saw Sonny when he let Emmett come back. Sonny had a heart attack and died because his daughter came to the shop and was about to sell the shop, and that's when Emmett said, give it to me. So she gave it to him, but then all of a sudden, Sonny came back next season. Sonny was dead, y'all. All right, you know what? Forget it.
Hey, Sonny defunding the police. Man, it's shy, man. They just doing it to us, boy. I'm telling you, Ronnie coming back. I am holding out to the end of the season that Ronnie is going to mysteriously appear. I'm telling you now. If Sonny can come back from dying from a heart attack, Ronnie going to come back from being shot in the head. We ain't seen him buried.
Ronnie got shot in the head.
Buried? Did you see them bury Ronnie?
Ronnie got shot in the head. If Ronnie come back, then this is called Lovecraft, the Shy Country. This is not the Shy. It's Lovecraft, the Shy Country, and we got a whole nother broadcast we need to do.
Calvin, you did not see them bury Ronnie. You did not. Did you see Ronnie's body? Did you go to Wiley Funeral Home and see Ronnie's body? No.
Ronnie was shot in the head, bro. The blood was coming out while he was down.
If Sonny could come back, Ronnie coming back. I don't care what you say. Ronnie coming back. I'm holding out hope, y'all. Ronnie is dead. No, he's not, Shakira. Ronnie is not dead. Ronnie, he's like in a holding space. He'll be back.
Yeah, Ronnie dead, bro.
He in paradise. Ronnie in paradise. He'll be back.
Let that hurt go.
All right. Ronnie ain't dead. All right, man. On a serious note, Now, Emmett's mother, Jada, she's doing her thing, as a cougar. She's living the cougar life, and her young boy, he was rubbing on the body, and he kind of felt little lumps. And I was like, "Hey, did you get this checked out? I want you to go." He seemed like he really into it, like they have a genuine relationship, and that's good. It's not like, of course, she got a young boy, so she is trying to burn him up, but she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go get it tested or whatever," and she got the bad news. It looks real serious. And so, I want to see what happened with Jada. I like the Jada character. Um, that's we I guess we need some drama. We need a bit of bad news to kind of balance this out. And so, I wonder how Emmett's going to handle this. His wife is out, throwing the cookie. His mom, it's got, cancer, and it's looking real serious for old boy.
Mom throwing the cookie too. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
First of all, I I I I like Jada's character, and I'm sad for her because Jada always seems to get a
Right. She gets the
slight
short stick,
win,
short end.
and
Mm-hmm.
then they seem to pull her back all the time. Like she doesn't get enough wins. She always seems to quite get there and then get pulled back. I also want to know how Dre, Kevin's mom, Darnell, and Jada, how did they all graduate in 98? I mean, do they look that much younger than me? Like they were all in high school together. They got a little cult like City do, but they all in there together. And why you keep calling Emmett a fuck boy, but our boy Darnell guaranteed them that it was a 70s party, and they the only ones in there looking like they from the 70s, bruh. It just killed. But then again, Jada's like, I'm gonna bring my little young bull up in here and we gonna show out. And then the girl come up, her rival come up and be like, you did more than massage me, boo. I mean, damn. She
Right.
like, did you fuck anybody else up in here? And he was just like, nah. Like, yo. And so not only are they all in 98, but Mr. Massage is running through the class of 98. Like he
Massage
probably
envy.
got their little yearbook and just crossing them out.
Calvin, he like massage envy up in there, boy. He got a whole bunch of bodies. He got more bodies than Brother Muzon. I wonder why.
He clearly got more bodies than Duda up in that mug. He killing all of them. And look, she probably gonna go somewhere and be like, yeah, you know that guy that Jada's with? They gonna be like, girl, do I?
It
Hey,
remind me of when you see one of your friends with a girl that you've been with, and you be like, "Oh, yo, that's you. Oh, I know her, yo." I'm like, I know her.
yeah, I've never been in that situation.
You know, you never been in that situation.
No,
You've never done that to somebody.
no.
Yeah, yeah, you've done that to somebody. You've done that to somebody. That's what I'm saying. You've done
My
that to somebody.
my circles have never crossed. They kind of.
All right, man. Let's keep on. So yeah, man. I feel bad for Jada. So hopefully, she gets the chemo, and you know, Ashley on here. Ashley Green said that he up here with grandma, but old woman know how to take care of a young man. She can cook. She give him the remote when he come in the house. Ain't no fights.
Listen,
She got
she got
biscuits and gravy waiting.
she got her own spot. A lot of
Yeah,
times young guys they don't have their own spot. She got her own spot.
right,
She probably don't give them a whole lot of drama. It's
right.
hey, just come up in here. I mean, he in love though. I'm kind of scared for him because he all like, yeah, I'm trying to be that guy for her, bruh. You bruh, you got magic hands and you already around the city and you want to hang your hat there, it's nothing wrong with her personally, but bruh, you look like she 20 years older than you. You better wait until you like 35 or something to decide to hang your hat. You got a lot more living to do. And Chicago ain't the only city in the country, bro. You got a couple places you need to travel to. You pick up your little massage table, you know what I mean? You can
Right.
go to Atlanta. Well, no, don't go to Atlanta because you might be massaging
Right.
something different. But you can go to plenty of other cities and dominate too. So
I think he got his certificate from Maryland School of Massage. That's what I heard. And so I knew some people that was they scam. They had a massage scam. They went to Maryland School of Massage, and that's how they used to get chicks. They would go and do the personal massage joints. Yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah,
Why the fuck
yeah,
didn't I ever think of that? The fuck?
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
What
Hands
am
smelling like
I
apricot lotion, but
Now, if he would have come to Baltimore and then he'd have went to one of the reunions with one of the women and they'd have been like, "Girl, did you get a massage from him?" I did. You too, because that's how we talk.
you too. You hear Sean? Yo, I hear Sean. Yeah, he said he's not doing happy endings no more, Ashley. He said that's it. He's all into Jada, and his happy ending game is over. If you want a straight massage, he's good. As long as he ain't trying to massage our boy Deshaun Watson, he good. Because Deshaun Watson he like happy endings when he get his massages.
Did you say Deshaun Roxon?
Deshaun something. He like happy endings when he get his massages.
Oh, bro, I can't.
Yeah.
Leave Deshaun alone, man. I like Deshaun.
Yeah, and a lot of these masseuses do too. They about to like his pockets. Yeah, so man, go ahead. Tell the people what's coming up on All Things Black, bro.
Hey, man. So anyway, all things black. We got something coming up that I know you all have been waiting for. It is my time to defend this belt right here.
Mm-hmm.
So one day next week, either Wednesday or Thursday, we'll decide sometime this weekend. We are going to do our next music battle, and that music battle will be Michael Jackson versus Stevie Wonder. And that was actually a suggestion from one of you all that put it in the chat. So we will be doing that battle. Clearly, you can see Garland is going to represent for Stevie Wonder, his favorite artist, as we know. And I will be representing for the king of pop himself, Mr. Shimon. Mr. Michael Jackson. So we'll definitely do that battle next week. Hopefully you all can join us. And of course, join us again for next Monday. We'll be back on Monday because yesterday was a holiday. So we'll be back on Monday with the Shy episode 3 of season 4. And maybe we can also try to figure out how Lena Waithe get these names. I think we talked about that before. Like last season, all the names of the episodes never matched. Like last week's episode was called Soul Food. This is called Cooley High. Maybe she's just getting black movies. I don't know.
Black movies that were set in Chicago. So next one's going to be Love Jones. I bet you.
You think? Wait a minute. Did you look this up or are you just guessing?
I'm guesstimating.
Was Soul Food set in Chicago?
Yes. So Soul Food was based in Chicago.
Okay.
And of course Cooley High was based in Chicago.
Okay. So next week you think it's Love Jones?
I think it's going to be Love Jones.
Okay. Okay, Garland. I see you might be on to something now. If it's not Love Jones, we're gonna call you trash. But I'm gonna see, man. I'm gonna see.
Yeah, it's gonna be some type of Chicago theme. So yeah, so
Okay.
I
We
think
won't
that's the
hold you to
thread.
Love Jones specifically, but we'll hold you to a black movie
Hold me
based
to a
out of
black
Chicago.
movie based
Yeah,
out of
we'll hold you
Chicago.
to a black movie based out of Chicago.
I'm
So
trying to think
hopefully that's it.
what would be the next one? What other
I don't
black movies
in Chicago.
in
Well, there's
Chicago?
Hoodlum was in Chicago.
Native
Uh,
Son.
yeah, so there's quite a few. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So
Yeah, yeah.
maybe
All right, all right.
maybe we can do it. So we'll see. Hopefully that's it because we're trying to figure out where she gets these names from. She's also on the third season of what
I gotta say this. Our friend Wood, he says that he hopes that he'll be able to vote this time, and so we're going to work on that. I still have my attorneys engaged, and we're going to make sure that your vote is counted. Wood, trust me, we're going to make sure that all the votes are counted. That's all I have to say about that.
ladies and gentlemen, this is all things black with Garland and Calvin. I'm Calvin.
Shout out to
He's
Gary,
Garland.
Indiana.
That is the championship belt that will be up for someone to take
Oh,
next week, either Wednesday or Thursday. You got
my
something? You got something?
yeah, my coworker Ashley, of course, she had to bust me out. She says listed on Wikipedia, and the next one is Native Son. So it is my thought of the theme, Chicago-based Chicago themed movies, and so Native Son was the setting was Chicago. So yes,
Now, it was? Okay,
yes.
so yeah, all
Mm-hmm.
right. I see you, girl. Hey, Ashley, thank you for saving your coworker. I would hate for him to go to work and y'all clowning him all day. So thanks for saving your coworker. Anyway, everybody, we thank you for joining us. Hopefully, you'll join us next Monday for the
Yes.
next episode of the discussion of the Shy, and then, of course, Wednesday or Thursday for the music battle. And once again, this is All Things Black with Garland and Calvin. I'm Calvin. He's Garland. That is the championship belt, and we will see you all next week. Everybody, have a good time. Enjoy these cicadas. Enjoy the weather, and
Happy
stay
Pride
safe
Day.
out there.
Be safe.
All
Holla
right,
at you,
Garland.
Calvin.
Later.
Peace.